Update 7.6 in Marvel Strike Force was already supposed to be here. Is it still coming? Are we still getting Nightcrawler? When it does drop, we should be getting updates to the Ultimus store and Dark Dimension. And are we really getting new challenge tiers in this update? We're discussing that and more in this edition of your Marvel Strike Force Weekly News Update. And if you're ready for it, you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it. Welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day. I want to thank each and every one of you for all your warm wishes over on Twitter and YouTube. I did have surgery earlier this week, which is why we're doing the news solo. Normally have a co-host here, but I wasn't sure if I was even going to be able to record, but I set up this morning. Pretty good. So here we are discussing all the latest events in Marvel Strike Force. But if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. At least 5 Marvel Strike Force videos per week on this channel. Usually there's a lot more. We have news videos like this, question and answer videos, reveal videos, gameplay videos, everything to help your experience in Marvel Strike Force. But without further ado, let's go check out what should have been here in update 7.6. And these notes went live a little early on Monday, and we got some preview of the Hive Mind team and a few other things that are missing right now. We're going to discuss all of these things, but one of the big things that we saw over on the Amazon App Store was Commander Level 100. Now, if you go to the Amazon App Store right now, you'll see this line about Commander Level 100 is not there, so I'm not sure if it's happening this update, but it should be no surprise that it is coming sometime in 2024. They already talked about Dark Dimension 7 coming. And as we know, with each new Dark Dimension, there's another level cap increase that precedes it, and another gear tier increase that precedes it. So Dark Dimension 7 is coming sometime in 2024, and that means that we're going to get a level cap increase and a gear increase. Level 100 and gear tier 19 coming sometime in 2024. Also, we saw the splash screen here. I thought that this image right here looked a lot like Cyclops. Most people thought it looked like Professor X. I'm still thinking it looks like Cyclops. Let me know if you think this looks like Professor X. Now, what my understanding was that there was no indication that Professor X was coming in this update. That may have changed. They may not have said anything during that Envoy Summit. But what was said, not officially, it was kind of unofficial, that Marvel wanted one version of Professor X in the game. The devs of Marvel Strike Force wanted one version, the version that I want, the one with the yellow wheelchair. But yeah, I'm not sure what has changed, but yeah, let me know if you see Professor X here. We do know the Cyclops is getting an update, which is why I thought there was a Cyclops, but let me know if you think this is Professor X. And last but not least, this Nightcrawler release. It was supposed to be here on December 15th, but if we're not getting the update, if Nightcrawler's not even in the game, I don't think we're going to get that initial release. So let me know what you think is happening with all this stuff, Valley Club. As we move on to the kits for this full Xtreme X-Men team, which was revealed this past weekend, first character Sunspot. And he is the blaster of the team, does a lot of damage. One thing that I really like, and this helps that Cyclops move in here, in raids, if this character has 3 or more Xtreme X-Men allies, enemies cannot gain taunt, which means that Cyclops special that puts 2 taunts on enemies, well, you're not getting that in the raids. And any enemies that are taunting like Wong or those mutant nodes, well, they're not going to gain taunt. So it's an important part of his kit, and the rest of his kit's very good as well. Does a lot of damage. He's gonna be a very, very good character in the raids. And one thing about this team, the devs did say, and as you could probably see in the kits, they have a lot of value, not just in the raids. I think this team is going to be very valuable in Cosmic Crucible and War. So this looks to be a very, very good team. Forge is the support member, so he is the character that keeps your characters alive, your team alive. One interesting thing here, on turn, he's going to craft a random invention this character does not have. The rifle upgrade on attack is going to apply a vulnerable. The shoulder cannon on an X-Men ally turn can attack the lowest enemy health for 200, or lowest health enemy for 200% piercing. And a target rectile is going to gain 25% crit chance for self and all X-Men allies. And I guess by the end of the turn, you're going to get all of these. Next is Nightcrawler, and this is the character that has the most plug-and-play value. Outside of the raids, outside of this team, Nightcrawler looks to be like another Quicksilver. Looks to be a very, very good character. There's a lot that this character does. Yeah, has a long basic, a long special, a long ultimate, a long passive. This character is going to be relevant for a while. Let me know what your favorite character, new character of this Xtreme X-Men team is. As we move down to some of these updated characters, Cyclops got a little bit of an update, big stat boost. Word is that most players are going to be dropping Cyclops for Apocalypse, though. So let me know what you are going to do with Cyclops. I did not test out a hybrid version of these Xtreme X-Men on the test server with Apocalypse, but I do like what Cyclops does. Gambit did not get a huge rework because he was already very good for Cosmic Crucible. A lot of what happened with Gambit was extending a lot of the Cosmic Crucible bonuses, and Xtreme X-Men or the Unlimited X-Men bonuses extended those to the Xtreme X-Men. And in the latest poll, you could vote for the next member of the Mercs for Money team. Now, this team was not described to us over the Envoy Summit, so this was a nice surprise for me. 3 characters that you could vote for right now. You could vote for Pandapool, Deadpool 2099, or Lady Deathpool. We have some female versions of Deadpool in the game and Deathpool, the original character. So I'm going to go ahead and vote for Pandapool. Let me know who you're going to vote for. And I think Pandapool is winning on the website right now. But if we go in game, we see a 7 red star Domino. We've seen a 7 red star Deadpool. I would assume that these characters are going to be some kind of reworks for this new Merc for Money team. Let me know your thoughts on this new team and let me know who you're voting for. A new version of the Incursion 2 raids was supposed to be here this week, but since the update is a little delayed, I'm not sure when this is coming. This was from December 9th this past week, and a new Incursion 2 raids is coming next week. It was supposed to be here this week sometime with additional difficulties to follow in the future and give more challenges. Now, there's supposed to be some increased rewards, which is always good. And you can earn up to 3 Diamond Cyclops from the raid season leaderboard. So yes, I'm excited to get that diamonds on my Cyclops. I don't think most alliances are going to get this 3 diamond. I think only the top alliances are going to get that. But I'm assuming that other alliances are going to get the 2 diamond and 1 diamond for their Cyclops, which is good. Now, the word is a bunch of people are replacing Cyclops with Apocalypse. So I'm not sure how much this is going to matter. But like I said, I haven't tested the new version of the raids on the test server because it's not on the test server. The only thing that we have on the test server is a current version of the Incursion 2 raids right now. So hopefully these challenges are good. Hopefully it's a fun raid. And I'm looking forward to these rewards. More ions, more ISO 8 credits, more teal gear, more elite raid credits, all that good stuff. So hopefully this comes very, very soon. And hopefully we have a reason to use this Xtreme X-Men and get even more rewards for all that stuff. The Snowy Spectacle spending event for the Diamonds for Apocalypse ended with some huge spending. 220 million for the top 1% just for the 1% rewards, not even for the Diamonds for Apocalypse. Rank 200, 514 million, and for the top 50, 1.375 billion. So some huge spending for this Snowy Spectacle. And there was an issue with some of the rankings after this. As you can see, some of these rankings got extended. There was a little bit of bug, but I think Scopely did the right thing here in extending these rewards to more players instead of getting less players the rewards. What they say here, a recent issue with the Snowy Spider spending event allowed players to continue progressing in the milestone and leaderboard for several minutes past the ending date and time. The team has diagnosed the issue, which shouldn't be repeated in the near future events. And I think they're talking about the issue and not these spending events in the near future. Although they did say that these spending events, these gold spending events would be extremely rare. Hopefully they mean like every year or something, or even more infrequent than that. Some players dropped in ranking a few minutes after original end time. Those players will receive rewards based on the rank at the intended end time before any subsequent lowering of rank. And they greatly appreciate your patience and enjoy your well-earned reward. So I think they did the right thing here. Now, we do have 2 events going on right now. One of them, you can get those stars for Deadpool and Domino. It seems like they are part of that Merch for Money event. And I think both of these events look pretty easy. The scoring for this, if you're just going for the meta item here, look to be pretty easy. Spending a lot of ISO 8 campaign energy. These limits seem pretty easy to reach for the Cosmic Crucible, but yeah, if you're going for some of these higher end rewards, it's going to be spending a lot of ISO 8 campaign energy or just spending in general. And this alliance-wide milestone where you have to battle in war, earning allied supply 2 orb fragments is a little different than we've had previously. The war battles look pretty good. As long as you get all your 10 attacks for everyone in the alliance, you should be good there. Now, with this allied supply 2 orb fragments, one thing I've got a few questions on, there's none in these donations here. So if we go into these donations and we look at these boxes here, there's no allied supply 2 orb fragments. There are on the web, the free claims, but because we have scoring in this based on your alliance credits for your donations there, That's why I think they're not doing it. I think they're just trying a few different scoring methods to see which one works. I think the end of this is going to be a wash. I think most alliances that are pretty engaged will still get to milestone 19. But yeah, it's a little different scoring. I know people had questions about this event, but both of them seem pretty easy if you're just going for the bare minimums. Also back this week are the Nova trials. They were supposed to start next week. They got delayed to the 14th. They are here right now. And unfortunately, the milestone rewards, if we go all to these milestone rewards, 1.9 million again. These did get reset to 1.7 million. So hopefully these get reset soon. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, this already gets fixed. But the interesting thing here is we have some overloaded orbs for Nova. So you get some awakened abilities for Nova, which means I hope you weren't spending your elite raid credits on any abilities for Nova. They're not really necessary unless you're doing a lot of nowhere versus nowhere mirror matches in war. So I hope you've been spending all of your elite raid credits on Black Cat, but yeah, if you want to get some of these for free and you've already got a 7-star Nova, you can get some of these overloaded orbs if you reach these thresholds. Hopefully these thresholds get lowered. I wouldn't do any of these until we know if these point totals are going to get lowered, because as you may remember, some of these point totals got lowered. And then when people tried to claim these, if they already got the score, they had some issues. So I would wait on these to see if these points are going to get updated or not. We also got word last week that Cosmic Crucible rewards, they are getting improved. Diamond Dawn orbs only available in the weekly Cosmic Crucible rewards for this season only. Next season will feature diamond orbs, and diamond orbs are the one that you guaranteed are going to get a diamond for your character. The Diamond Dawn orbs do feature some 7 red star characters in there. So this is much better rewards to give you more diamonds. Also, if you pull duplicates, you're getting more of those diamond credits that you could use in your character. So this is a good thing that we're getting updated. I'm not sure when the next season is starting, but I'm hoping we get these seasons happening more frequently and more changing of the rules and better rewards happening more often. And in the 2023 Part 2 preview blog, we got word that the Mythic trait will be soon added to all of these characters here. Ultron, Dr. Doom, Dormammu, Super-Skrull, Ultimus, Apocalypse, and Kestrel. Pretty much all of these characters at the time are Dark Dimension characters. And in last week's weekly blog, we got noted how Kestrel and Ultimus are going to be getting their characters' shards earned. Now, Kestrel will be going to Dark Dimension 1, and Ultimus going to Dark Dimension 3. So that is all good stuff. Also more red stars for Ultron in Dark Dimension 2. So all this stuff is good, and last week you should have gotten all the rewards if you already beat these dark dimensions. But I think the bigger news in this section has come to the changes to this Ultimus store here. Not a very good store. Hopefully you've been saving your Ultimus orbs since this announcement, but these orange catalyst orbs, they're changing 10,000 to 3,000. The cost is going down. And the supplies, 3 slots rotating for the 30 most recent characters, 5 shards for 9,000 Ultimus credits. A little more expensive, but at least these are more characters that we are wanting, and at least the jackpot won't be that stupid. Ultimus, 3 slots rotating for the next 30 most recent characters. It's going to be half the cost, 4,500 Ultimus credits, and 9 slots for all other non-minion characters. You're getting 15 shards for the same cost. And there's also some changes to purple gear, but this is probably the most exciting piece for me. Let me know what you're most excited about, the changes in this Ultimus store. And also word for the 7.6 patch notes, Echo is getting a new costume. This is what the costume looks like, and this should align with her series that's coming out in January of 2024. And we also got word that sometime in update 7.6, the new Escape from Kyln Tower mode will be coming. Kind of like a cross between Tower and some of the elements that we've seen in some of the previous Scourges, but you have to face your enemies with 3 character squads, and each cell is gonna have a different requirement. We saw some of the preview in that 2023 preview blog. Some of the enemies, if these power levels look pretty, if these power levels remain, then this should be pretty easy to get through some of these first few stages. But some of the details that they described in his, battling in this motive tree doesn't require any resources or energy. Health and ability is persistent, so it's kind of like the raids. It doesn't reset between the floors. Characters can't heal, so again, kind of like the raids. Restarting a run will drop you to floor 1, so kind of like the Scourge events. Floors will have specific trait requirements, so you can't just bring any characters that you want. No save points between floors is part of the challenge to get the best score in 1 session. So yeah, it's kind of like these Scourges, except with the Scourges, I guess you could start with that. I guess you could, restart the game, stop the game, and come back, and you'll be on that same floor. Milestone rewards are payout relative to the highest number of floors you can clear in your best run. So this looks like a very fun game mode. Can't wait to test this out. Not on the test server yet, so I haven't tested this out, but as soon as I can, I will let you know as soon as about all that stuff. We have word that new Gold Rush, Training Day, and Origin Challenge gears are coming. We've had word of this since 7.1. Hopefully 7.6 is when we actually get these. But yeah, even more gold training modules, augmented orange gear with the newest challenge tiers. I hope that we are actually getting them this update. And we have word that new legendary events. So the legendary events, they are all permanent right now. And you can start to unlock them all at 2 stars, which is great. This is a great new player. This is a great thing for newer players to get these unlocks earlier. Available at level 18, Iron Man, and some of these requirements got extended as well. Doc Ock got lowered. His requirements got extended to Wave 1 Avengers and Defenders. Nick Fury's available at level 30. His requirements, you don't need just dirty cream minions anymore. You could also use cosmic villains and heroes for hire. Magneto is going to be available at level 35. Star-Lord available at level 38. And not just Guardians, cosmic heroes. Phoenix available at level 40. Not just Mystic controllers, but not just villain Mystic controllers, but all Mystic controllers. Shuri available at level 45. Invisible Woman level 48. Also expanded her requirements to the mercenaries. Jubilee expanded her requirements to tech heroes, and Black Bolt now available at level 55, excuse me. And what they also did, the following characters required by legendary events also had their yellow star unlocks lowered to 2. So a lot of these good characters here, including Agent Coulson, Agent Venom, Anti-Venom, Black Widow, and the rest. I saw Icarus in here. So a lot of great characters here, lowered the requirements to 2 for that unlock. This is great for new players. Now, what is not noted here, what is happening to the Horseman events? We had word a while ago, back in July, I believe, that the Horseman events, they would be made permanent with a different reward structure. It still has not happened yet. So when do you think that is happening? Let me know in the comments. And earlier this week, when the 7.6 update notes went live, we saw the preview of some kits for Gwenom, Void Knight, the reworks for Venom and Carnage. Now, these were since taken down. New blog post went up without these kits. Word is the devs are still working on these kits. They're not final. But if you checked out the video from earlier this week, you would see their kits. And I think that's kind of how their kits are going to be. There may be some minor changes to all of these. And I think they're going to work on improving the reworks of Venom and Carnage. But I think you kind of get a breath of what the full team is, the kind of the first impression of this kit. The devs are revisiting them. And the word for this team, they're supposed to be very strong in the raids, just like the Xtreme X-Men. However, they're not going to have as much value outside of this team and outside of the raids as the Xtreme X-Men do. Let me know your thoughts on that. Do you want all raid teams to have value outside of raids, or just certain fun ones like the Xtreme X-Men? I guess the symbiotes would be fun as well. Symbiotes are a very popular team, but yes, I don't think they're going to have as much value. Now, when they go back and revisit it, maybe they are going to have that. But as we look at the initial kit, it looks like Venom would be the first one that's dropped. Look at the kits for the Xtreme X-Men. We're saying Cyclops is the one that's dropped. If we look at the kits for the Hive Mind team, looks like Venom is being dropped if you're bringing in super-skrull to the bio raids. Let me know your hype level for that Hive Mind symbiote team. Let me know your hype level for Nightcrawler. Do you think he's going to have some arena value? Let me know in the comments. I will see you guys next time, though. Thank you guys for watching. If this video did provide you some value, leave it a like. It is free for you, and it seriously helps out the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see what are the best things that I did in getting into Dark Dimension, finishing that fast, make sure you check out the video up there. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great rest of your week. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out.